Ambergris Caye is a small island off of mainland Belize. It actually looks more like a peninsula, but it is completely surrounded by water thanks to a very small canal. So you can't technically drive there if you wanted to, but from mainland Belize City, it would take you over 7 hours to get there, and probably not on the best of roads. So you can also take a ferry from Belize City over to Ambergris Caye, but again, a 2-hour or longer journey. So here's what we did instead. Welcome back to Roses for Adventure. I am so excited to share with you guys today. We went to Ambergris Caye. We stayed in San Pedro for 8 days and had the best time. Ambergris Caye is known for its diving. It is home to the world's second largest barrier reef, and it is absolutely filled with scuba diving shops. Before I get too far into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below with a notification bell so that you can be notified every time we come out with a new video. I plan on sharing a lot about our time at Ambergris Caye and all the fun things and delicious food it has to offer. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button as well and like this video, as it is the best way to support this channel. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below in the comment section. Alright, without further ado, let's see how we traveled all the way from snowy Grand Rapids, Michigan to the beautiful Belize Ambergris Caye. Our day started with a 4 a.m. wake-up call because we had a 6 a.m. flight out of Grand Rapids. So we had to get up bright and early. It meant there weren't very many people on the roads, but this also posed a little bit of a problem because it started to snow so much throughout the night that it absolutely dumped. We happened to be traveling in late November, so this was our first snowfall of the season, and the roads were not that great traveling, but luckily we made it to the airport safely and on time. Now I'm going to share with you one of our greatest travel hacks. So when we fly out of Grand Rapids, which is fairly close to our home, we like to get a rental car the day before and take that to the airport. That way when we get to the airport, instead of putting our car in long-term parking, we just get to return the rental car and walk straight across to the airport. This works out great, especially for early morning flights, because you don't want to have to ask a family member to drop you off at the airport. And parking at our airport is quite expensive, as I'm sure it is at most airports. So at our airport, for instance, it is $24 a day to park in the long-term parking garage. There's also a lot that is close to the airport that is $17 a day, and we also have an economy lot that has a shuttle bus that will take you from your car to the airport terminal. Again, this adds up so quickly, and even at the economy, it would be over $112 for the week, 8 days that we were in Belize. So we love to get the rental car, which costs us about $50 for the day. Then we can just return it and head on our way. It was so simple, and it is one of our best and greatest travel hacks. When we left Grand Rapids, as I said, it was snowing. That poses a lot of problems when you are trying to take off on an airplane. So we had to de-ice. Unfortunately, an airplane pushed back ahead of us, so they got to get de-iced first. Except 3 de-icer trucks broke. As I said, first snowfall of the season. I don't think somebody tested them, obviously. So 3 of them broke, so we had to wait almost an hour and a half to get de-iced, and then we had to wait because they shut down the runway to get plowed. So we had originally planned on having a really nice layover in Atlanta, having plenty of time. That was not the case. We ended up absolutely sprinting through the Atlanta airport because we had to get from the end of one terminal all the way down and up to the other terminal at the very end. Of course, why are they always at the end? So we had to absolutely run. We made it just in time as they were boarding our boarding group. We really lucked out. We were so happy that we made it. But unfortunately, this meant we didn't get to have any lunch. We did not stop for any food. There was no time for that. So we were getting quite hungry at this point. And it is a couple-hour flight from Atlanta to Belize City, so by the time we landed in Belize City, we were starving. Stick around, I have a funny video of our very, very, very quick lunch in Belize City. The reason that we really absolutely had to make this flight and sprinted through the airport was because there is only 1 flight per day from Atlanta to Belize City on Delta Airlines, so if we missed that plane, We were stuck in Atlanta and we had no hope. Luckily we made it. When you land in Belize City, you get your baggage just like at any other airport. We just had carry-on luggage, so we just walked right off and through the airport. Otherwise you would have to go and claim your baggage because you need to go through customs. So this is where we had so much fun. This was such a fun experience. We ended up taking a small plane from Belize City to Ambergris Caye. It was only 12 minutes long. Just quick wheels up, wheels down. You got to fly over some beautiful, gorgeous water, over some fun islands and things, and a couple people said they saw sharks. I could not see them from where I was, but we had an absolute blast. So when you land in Belize City, you need to get your luggage. We just had carry-ons, so we just walked right through. You have to go back out to the ticket counter. We had to check in at the ticket counter with Tropic Air, which is the name of the airline that took us from Belize City over to Ambergris Caye. Then we walked through the airport and got to the Tropic Air gate. They just have their own designated gate, and all of the planes are just out on the tarmac. They do have quite the fleet of airplanes. So we checked in with the staff there and just made sure we had enough time to quick grab some food because it was probably almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this point and we were absolutely starving. So we found this nice little sandwich shop, kind of a Subway style, do-it-yourself. You can build your sandwich how you liked it. So we quick grabbed a sandwich, sat down, and I got maybe 2 or 3 bites in, and then they called our flight. So we had to quick wrap up our sandwiches and get on the airplane.
May I have your attention, please? Tropic Air Beijing passengers on flight 074. That's destination San Pedro, Ambergris Caye.
So they give you this little pamphlet that has your tickets just stapled in here, and they just tear off the ticket and you're ready to go. You walk out onto the tarmac, and it was so cool to see. As soon as I walked out, there was a worker there that asked me if I wanted to put my GoPro to work, and of course I said yes, not knowing what that meant or what he was asking me, but I am so glad that I said yes because I got to ride in the co-pilot seat. It was a blast. It was so cool to see. My husband was pretty jealous. The flight was absolutely beautiful, and as I said, only took 12 minutes, wheels up to wheels down. We spoke to another couple at the pool one day at the area that we were staying, and they ended up taking the ferry because she was a little worried about having motion sickness, and I kind of wondered why the ferry was the better option for that because it takes 2 hours versus this, just 12 minutes, super easy. So they said if they come back to Belize, they're going to try that route. Now on these small planes, you cannot take anything with you except your backpack or purse or some small items. Any suitcases, even your carry-ons, go with the staff. They put it underneath the plane and they will unload it for you when you get to San Pedro, and then you just claim it at their little baggage claim. They give you a ticket so that they make sure not to mix up luggage and that kind of stuff. But would definitely recommend going on Tropic Air if you are going to San Pedro. It was so much fun, a very cool experience. It's something I've never done before, riding on a plane that small. Definitely never got to ride in the co-pilot seat. It was an absolute blast. Would definitely recommend it. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about our travel experiences, things that we enjoyed or didn't enjoy, or if you have questions about Belize. As I said, we are going to make a whole series of all of our experiences in Belize, the food that we enjoyed, the experiences that we did, all the things that we just loved about Belize, and why you should travel to San Pedro, Ambergris Caye. Thank you so much for joining us today and watching up until this point. We really do appreciate it. Give us a big thumbs up and like this video. It is the best way to support our channel. We'll see you on our next adventure.